welcome back. We're here with Makalah from Beauty by Kayla. Makalah, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thanks for coming on the podcast today. I appreciate it and happy to have you on.
Thank you for having me.
Of
I'm
course. Of course. So, why did you transition from culinary to being an esthetician? You're good.
What made me transition from being in culinary to esthetician was when I worked at Disney World, as well as just working at kitchens in general. Me and my friends, we dealt with, dealing with the oils, the heats, as well as like the different like ever changing like temperatures and stuff. And that kind of made our skin break out. So me and my friend, like in between like our lunch break and stuff like that, we used to like try different skincare products and nothing really helped.
Yeah.
So like I started to try to like make something for us. So like we used to just kind of like whip up different things. My friend, she's actually from Puerto Rico, and she used to always like hype up these like Puerto Rican coffee beans. So she's like telling me like you have to get it. So she ended up buying me some, and we ended up making like a coffee scrub like from that, and that kind of helped our skin a lot. And so when I came home, I wanted to kind of incorporate that um into like my skincare. So like when it came to culinary, I was able to learn like recipe management, as well as like also learning how to use like organic and natural products, and then using that and incorporating into my skincare products like definitely helped a lot.
And probably seeing all the ingredients at Disney didn't make you too happy with that.
Yeah.
And what are some holistic ways people can take care of their skin?
So even like just simple things as like honey. People don't think about honey. Honey is a really good thing. It helps when it comes to like wounds, scars, or anything like that. That's anything that's like simple like that, as well as like maybe like citrus and stuff. Oats. People can use anything that's like store bought. Honestly, like there's cheap ingredients and stuff that you can use that can help you every day, and people don't realize that. I feel like
Yeah. And I feel like with all the ingredients that are in the normal makeups, the normal eyelashes, the normal things you put on your skin are packed with toxins, are packed
yes,
with things that are man-made that aren't
yes,
good for our skin.
yes.
Can you kind of talk about like the difference between the products you make versus those toxic products in the store?
So one thing, like when I do pop-up shops and stuff like that, I tell people like the difference between store-bought products. One, they're kind of like created for the shelf life. So a lot of those have, like you said, like a lot of toxins, a lot of chemicals and stuff just to keep them on the shelves. And then also two, it also is like created to keep you coming back. So a lot of those like products and stuff, I usually tell people like they usually don't think about it like even when it comes to even like hair products and stuff. A lot of those hair products and stuff, like like they last or they like work for a certain amount of time, but then they start to kind of damage your skin or like your hair and everything, and you're like, okay, what's going on? And you keep constantly buying that product. Or even like Carmex and stuff, I tell people like when people put on Carmex and things of that nature, like after like maybe like 30 minutes or something, your lips are dry again because you're constantly, they want you to put that on, so you're constantly going through it and you don't have anything left. But when it comes to the products and stuff that I make, I don't try to make them just to for the shelf life, or just trying to keep my customers and stuff coming. I keep my customers coming just because they see the results and stuff in their
Yeah.
face using organic and stuff products, and just seeing like the results and stuff after a couple of weeks, and seeing the difference in like the scarring and everything, and they're like, oh, like just using organic products like did this difference. And it's like, yeah, like you don't have to use store things, or
Yeah.
you can even create your own stuff. And I try to like help people create like their own things. It's just simple ingredients that can help you with their skin.
And what inspired you to really start making your skin products vegan and all natural?
So it's honestly for me, I have really sensitive skin, as well as like I have a lot of people around me who have really sensitive skin. So I noticed like a lot of people like just like simple ingredients, or they'll just use like simple soaps and they'll break out. And I'm like the same thing when it comes to detergents or anything like that.
Yes.
My skin breaks out really bad. So I was like, okay, like I see me as well as other people have this issue. Like, what is something that I can do to help? So that's what I kind of like. I call myself like a not really a witch doctor, but I like to mix up different herbs, different products. Like that's my favorite thing when it comes to like making it just like researching and figuring out different like ingredients and essential oils and stuff that can help people, just like little simple things.
Yeah, and what I find very fascinating about that whole industry is how everyone puts on makeup and puts on cologne and puts on deodorant and detergent without even questioning what's in it.
Hmm.
And they think, oh, I smell good, so that means I'm healthy.
Yep.
When in reality, like you said, it's destroying your skin, it's destroying the insides of your body that you can't even see.
Hmm.
It's, ruining everything about you, but you think since you smell good, you're healthy.
Yeah, you're like, it doesn't matter. And a lot of people don't think about that. And like, that's what I say too. Like, your skin is the biggest organ of your body.
Yes.
And people don't realize that, like, what you put into it, as well as the environment and stuff that you're around, like, that affects your body like 1,000,000%.
And when things start coming out of it, that's like its last resort.
Hmm.
And so things are really, really wrong when you
Yeah.
get acne, when you get heat rashes, when things are coming out of your armpits. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, something's really, really wrong with my
Yeah.
body. You know, what's going on here?
Yeah. And that's how I felt like working in the kitchen and stuff. I was like, okay, like my clogged pores and everything, or just like breaking out. I'm like, I got to do something about
Yeah.
this. Like, no. And I kind of telling my friends or just like people in factories and stuff in general, like a lot of men don't really think about like skincare. So I tell them, like, if you're working in like factories and stuff, even like touching different things, those chemicals and stuff go into your body, and you have to think about that.
Yeah. And as an esthetician, how do you want to cater to people that have anxiety problems or dealing with other mental health issues?
So I try to bring and like make it a safe space. I actually suffer from anxiety and PTSD. So I've dealt with like different things of like kind of being in a chaotic environment. The place that I'm at now, Lock and Lash Studio, like it's super nice, it's super calming in here. And we have like one-on-one sessions. So when my people come in, like they're just kind of like secluded. It's just me and them. We have conversations. They're able to talk and kind of release everything that's going on throughout the week or like their day and stuff. And I feel like that's nice. A lot of people don't have a lot of people to talk to, so like that release and stuff helps a lot of people a lot, especially right now. I feel like in the past like couple of years and stuff, like a lot of people have been dealing with a lot of stress,
Yes.
so it's nice to be able to kind of be that help. And I want to gradually over time kind of be able to partner also too with a counselor and be able to help people that way too.
And would you say that you're more wanting to build a deeper human relationship with people, not just, hey, I'm your esthetician or I'm your
Yes.
massage therapist or whatever it might be?
Yes. I'm one of those people like just in general when it comes to my friends and everything. Like if they have an issue, like they can come to me, and I would like for my clients and stuff to feel that way too. Like anytime they have an issue or they feel like they want to just like talk, they can do that too.
And at what point do you think women putting on makeup and lashes and these kind of fake things start to hurt their self-esteem?
So I feel like a lot of people, and that's what me and a lot of estheticians talk about. Like, yeah, it's good to, like, beautify yourself, but you have to also think about your skin and stuff
Yeah.
too. A lot of people, like, they get their lashes and stuff done or like their brows, but they don't take care of the actual skin. And so, like, when you're kicking on makeup and stuff like that, and you're not actually take care of the foundation and what's underneath, like, that can really damage your skin a lot. And I try to tell people that a lot. Like, make sure you're having like I would say like a daily skincare routine, as well as also
Yeah.
to like kind of like going to your esthetician, making sure that you're like exfoliating and things of that nature, because makeup and like you were saying, like all of those like chemicals and everything, they clog your skin and it makes it bad. I was one of those people who like I used to wear makeup and stuff a lot, and then over time, like I built the confidence to be able to like
Yeah.
just wear like nothing. Like I'll just wear like lashes maybe sometimes, but not even. So like I feel like all has to do with like a good skincare routine, honestly, and people don't realize that.
And how much do you think the traditional makeup industry really pushes women away from wanting to show their natural beauty?
A lot. I feel like even just when it comes to our society in general, like we see so much when it comes to like alterations, like Botox or just like makeup, and then like even when it comes to like the editing and stuff. So a lot of people want to look like the Instagram models, but it's like that's not realistic. And so like now like the beauty industry, they push like that heavy. So like a lot of people are like, oh, I need to look like this, I need to look like
Yes.
that. And so it kind of messes it up. I would say it's kind of been a little good recently over the couple of years where like they've been kind of like doing like organic and like kind of showing people a little bit more natural, but then at the same time, like it's kind of like a little in between.
And it builds a high standard that most people can't reach,
Hmm.
or I would even argue like the raw natural beauty of a human is better than this fake looking type of persona, but because most people don't think so, they're always striving for this fakeness. And it really,
Yes.
really kind of hurts, I think, just humans in general, because we're
Hmm.
striving something that's like unattainable.
Yes.
And you kind of touched on this earlier, but why is it important for men to start to get their skin care and, look into holistic ways of taking care of their skin and their face?
So kind of like what I was saying before, like I know a lot of men who deal like with kitchen work, factory work, and things of that nature. Like when you're around like those environments, those chemicals and stuff, like that really affects your skin. A lot of like men and stuff that I noticed too, like they don't exfoliate and take care of their skin, so it's like your pores and stuff are clogged. And I feel like when you exfoliate and stuff, just like once a week, it makes a big difference. So I try to tell guys, like even when I'm at pop up shops and like I'll have body scrubs, and guys are like, "Oh, that's no, that's not for me," and I'm like, "No, like it is for you." Exfoliating is something that's like really good, and it can just help. So like even if they take little steps over the time, I've kind of been gradually getting more men into like doing facials and stuff, and they like notice a difference, and they're like, "Oh, like my skin, like I can actually breathe," and I'm like, "Yeah, like it makes a big difference." And I would say like even if they take like little steps over time, just gradually like adding little things like week by week until their like routine and stuff, it makes a difference. And then, and even just like taking care of your skin, like or like your body in general,
Yeah,
like Epsom salts, like essential oils, all of those things. I feel like a lot of guys like kind of stray away from.
for sure. How much do you think fasting and having a healthy diet impacts the health of your skin?
So, your skin like routine as well as like your food, your food and your digestion and stuff. A lot of people like break out and stuff because they can't like properly digest certain foods. And when you're eating a lot of like oily foods and things of that nature, like it definitely impacts your skin. So fasting is definitely a really big thing that helps you, as well as like it helps your skin, but it also helps you to focus. So I feel like those are two good things when it comes to, especially right now, if you have anxiety or deal with different things like that. Fasting kind of helps you when it comes to just kind of getting a peace of mind and being able to focus on your main goal.
Yeah, I think that's a huge thing. And I think, like you said, humans in general, but mostly men, are like, oh, I don't do any of that, taking care of my skin or taking care of my face, or they're kind of like, that's too feminine. But
Yeah.
it's like, it's just a human thing. Like, hey, like
Yeah.
if you eat healthy and you fast and you do these right things, your skin should look proper. It should look healthy. It should
Yeah.
be not filled with acne, not filled with rashes. And
Even when it comes to like people's like I would say like body odor or like the pH and stuff, just
yeah,
eating like certain things like it definitely helps. And people don't realize that. Like if you're eating junk food and stuff all the time, it's gonna make a big impact on your body.
absolutely.
People don't realize
There's
that.
a reason why we have this huge problem of like wanting to smell good all the time when there should be a more natural thing of
Yeah,
like not needing to put on a lot of deodorant,
exactly.
not needing to put on a lot of cologne, all these things. It should be
Exactly.
like a natural experience.
Hmm.
And back in 2018, you shared a video of Nipsey Hussle talking about Dr. Sebi.
Yes.
And throughout the process of Dr. Sebi's life, he was able to cure people with AIDS for free. Why do you think the people in power killed him?
So I actually, it's funny. I just talked to somebody about this a couple of days ago. So we were talking about like the Dr. Sebi thing when it came to like the HIV as well as like herpes and things of that nature. Cancer too. When he kind of like talked to the government, he kind of told them like, "Hey, like I'm able to cure these people of these things," and they kind of said like, "No, you can't like prove it." So he was able to prove it, and I feel like one of the things when it comes to especially like America and our country, our healthcare system is like one of the number one things, and so like they like are making money off of like prolonging like different like diseases and different things like that. So like they didn't want like anything like that to happen. And then when Nipsey Hussle, like he was actually going to come out with a documentary and stuff, and then he ended up passing away like right as he was talking about that. And then I'm not sure if you know about like Nick Cannon too as well.
Yes.
Nick Cannon, after Nipsey Hussle had passed, he was like, I'm going to continue, like the legacy, and I'm going to continue the documentary. And then he got super sick. And I was just like, is it a coincidence? No, like it's just kind of weird, but I feel like they just don't want us to be like healthy in a
Yeah.
sense. I feel like when it comes to our food and everything, like the coronavirus and stuff over the past couple of years, like it's just been like a lot of different things that they've been trying to do to weaken our immune systems and stuff and get us sick. So I feel like we have to definitely look at what we eat and what we put inside of our bodies. Try to research everything, like how you were saying, like looking into the ingredients and everything. Even if there's like an app too. It's called Yuka. I use that to like scan all of my products and stuff, and it tells you all the ingredients and stuff that are in there and like everything that's bad. So like even just simply having an app and like being able to look and research your products and stuff makes a big difference.
When there's someone like Dr. Sebi and he has the influence and the power that he has, I think they let it go at a small portion, like if you're healing people and curing people. But at his, I guess, fame or his status, they're like, no, we can't have him doing that. Even though we proved it, this is going to cost us way too much
Mhm.
money. And like you said with Nipsey Hussle, as soon as it gets that big, you're like, you're done.
They're like, "Yeah, we
You're
gotta
gone.
yeah." And it's, like, sad to say, but it's like, yeah, they're like, we can't get that information out there to,
Yeah.
like, being popular and people more knowing about that. Because even, like, my ancestors, my grandma's grandma, she didn't really use medicine and stuff, so she,
Yeah.
like, grew up using just herbs and things off of, like, the land and stuff. Like, my mom, she, like, tells me a story about, like, when she fell into an ant, like, hill, and she ended up getting, like, bit up. She said that she, like, ended up putting her in, like, a bath with herbs, and she was like, the next day, like, all of the bite marks and everything were gone. And I was like, I want to get to that point where I'm just using
Yes.
herbs and things, and like I'm not using medicine or anything until I absolutely need it.
And that the herbs and the plants are the medicine, but we call it modern medicine. But like that's not the modern. It's like the first medicine was herbs. The first
Hmm.
medicine was plants and those type
Yes.
of things to heal our body because that's obviously we're very connected to nature,
Hmm.
being humans. So
Hmm.
why not use stuff that comes from nature?
Exactly.
And I have two more questions for you.
Hmm.
If you could have dinner with two people, one person from the past and one person from the present, who would it be and why?
That's a tough one. Um, One from the past, I would say would be my friend. So I had a friend when I was 17, he passed away. And I actually talked to him like an hour before he passed away. So I kind of want to like just kind of like reconnect, talk to him because like he passed away so young and it's been like 10 years. And like he made like little YouTube videos and stuff. So I still watch those and stuff to this day. And he was hilarious. So I would love to just have dinner with him and just laugh with him one more time. And then future,
The
um,
present.
present, I would say this is maybe Beyonce. I would like to like just kind of like see like because when it comes to her like ethic and things of that nature, like I would just kind of like want to see that. Like not necessarily saying I would want to be a singer or like in that like field, but just kind of seeing like how she goes about her business and things, and maybe like that will rub off on me a little
Yeah.
bit.
You ever worried about the Diddy stuff? Yeah.
Yeah, I
It's
was like, I feel like everything is just about to gradually
yeah.
just yeah.
No, but I always love when people pick people that are like passed away, being close family members or people like that, because that's always it'll be great to have one more conversation or one more
Yeah.
dinner with those type of people. So
Yeah.
I like those ones. I have one more question for you. Why did you decide to partner with us and offer the discounts?
So, when we met at the networking group, I felt like it was a really good opportunity as well as a good idea. When you talked to me, you talked about, helping different businesses up in Toledo and kind of getting that networking and marketing. And I felt like that was a really good thing. And I really like that as well as when me and you connected, I feel like we connected on a good level. So I really appreciated that. As well as the discounts, I wanted to be able to kind of get my name out there and help other people as well as like offer a discount to people in the Toledo area as well as the outskirts too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we appreciate it, and like, thank you. And those are the questions I have. How can people find you? And what is one thing you want to leave people with?
Okay, so my Facebook is Beauty by Kayla, as well as my Instagram is at Beauty by Kayla. I do have TikTok, but I'm not on there that much. That is Lovely Lioness 19. And then one thing that I would like to leave people with is for my skincare company, it's called Skin Love by OGR. And one thing that I do tell people, my motto is good for the skin, good for the soul. Because when you work on your skin as well as like your inside, like it radiates like the energy as well as like when you talk about food and things of
Yeah.
that nature, like noticing the energy difference and stuff like that makes a huge difference. So I try to tell people to, like stick to things that are organic or just a basic skincare routine and stuff can help you boost your confidence.
Well, we love it. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.